Hello everyone, my dear student, myself Brindra Rawat, your chemistry teacher, and today I am with you class 8 chemistry synthetic fibers and plastics. I have already uploaded 2 videos on synthetic fibers, okay, and now this is my next video on plastics, okay. So this is the remaining part of the chapter, that is plastics. So my topic starts from why plastic. Okay, if you see around you, everywhere you see plastic. So there are so many lot of questions are arising in the minds of the students. So all the questions I have written and I have tried to give the answer of these questions one by one. Now the questions that is coming from the plastic, because the whole world is sitting on a huge, we can say on the plastics. Okay, so first question that is coming for the plastic is, where do we see plastic? A very simple question. Where do we see plastic? So the answer is also very easy. Okay, everywhere. When I am talking about everywhere, we can say we are seeing plastic at home, we are seeing plastic in the schools, in the hospitals, okay, in the shops, anywhere. Without plastic, the survival, you can't think your life. Without survival, without plastic, we can't even survive. Okay, every day when we go for marketing, okay, we don't take any bag with us, because we know that whatever we will purchase, we will get the bag from the shopkeeper. Okay, so from home, from school, from hospital, from shop, from market, from everywhere, we can see plastic. Everywhere it is plastic. Now, if you are using this much plastic, now the question arises that what is the plastic? Actually, what it is? What is plastic? Is the plastic we are getting from plants, we are getting it from animals? The answer is no, we are not getting. We are not getting plastic neither from animals nor from plants. We are making them synthetically. In the laboratory we are making. Okay, so we can say that plastics are actually synthetic or semi-synthetic also, we can use the word. Okay, so they are synthetic materials which are made up of polymers. Now again the question comes, if you are talking about the polymers, I am saying that the plastic is a synthetic or semi-synthetic material which is made up of polymers. So now the question arises that what is polymer? What is polymer? So again for this polymer I can say that the combination of many monomer, polymer. Now if this is polymer, this is the word polymer. Okay, that means poly plus monomer. That means many monomer units when combined together, then it is called polymers. So what is plastic? Plastics are made up of many monomer units and then it is called as polymer. So this is the answer of the question, that what are polymers. Now we know we are seeing plastic everywhere. What is plastic we are able to understand. What are polymers now we are coming to what are polymers. I have made it very clear. Now the question comes that why plastic? Why we are using this much plastic? Everywhere I am saying, at home, hospital, shops. Okay, so why? What is the use of this plastic? Now what are the properties? Why we are using plastic in our day-to-day life? So the answer is that actually what is happening, this plastic is very lightweighted. Okay, it is very useful for us. It is very lightweight, we can say. It can be easily recycled. We can easily recycle it. Okay, we can easily reuse it. If you are throwing it into the dustbin, again it is collected and again it is molded. Okay, so it is easily recycled. It can easily reuse and of different colors. As many colors as you want, you can get of the plastics. It can be easily melted. It can be easily rolled into sheets and rolled into long wires. So these are the properties which makes the use of plastic in our day-to-day life or everywhere we can see. Now again, why variety of plastic? Okay, why there is so much variety of plastic? The reason is that because it can be easily molded into any shape and any size. Okay, if you see your washroom, okay, your bathroom, you see you have different color of buckets, different colors of mugs, different colors of bottles. If you move in your kitchen, okay, you see variety of containers are there of each and every, say from a small one to big one. Okay, even if you order this food from outside, okay, they also bring the food in the plastic containers. Okay, so this is the reason that why the variety of plastics are used in our life. Now what are the types of plastics? Now we are coming to the types of plastic. So before coming type to the plastic, once again I am coming to the polymers. Okay, now to understand the polymers, see here, these polymers, this is polymer. We can say that these are of two types. One polymer we say are linear polymers, and another type of polymer is known as cross-linked polymers. Now what is linear polymer and what is cross-linked polymers? So to understand linear polymer, I draw here diagram, you can see. Linear means we can say long and straight chain. When the monomer units are combining in a straight way, in the straight chain like this is a monomer unit, this is another monomer unit, this is another monomer unit. In this way, these are monomer units and they are continuously combining. So we can say that linear polymers are actually long and straight chain. This chain must be straight, they don't have any branch. So such type of polymers are known as linear polymers. And the example of linear polymer we can say polythene. This is a very common example of linear polymer. PVC, polyvinyl chloride. This is another example of linear polymer. Now, if you are talking about cross-linked polymer, now what is cross-linked polymer and why this is different from this? Now, if linear polymers are combining together, okay, and they are binding each other with a strong covalent bond. Now see here, this is one linear polymer, this is another linear polymer. Now they are joining each other with a strong covalent bond. You can see here, there is one more chain. Now they are again joining like this. Here, here, here. So when we are saying that many monomer or linear chains are joining together with each other, okay, this is strong covalent bond, we can say it. They are holding each other very tightly. Then this type of polymers are known as cross-linked polymers. And the example of cross-linked polymer is bakelite and melamine. Okay. Now I am coming to here. Types of plastic. Now we know that plastics are made up of polymers and polymers are made up of monomer units. And these monomer units can be of two types, linear or cross-linked. Okay. Now this is type of plastic. Now plastic is also of two types, we can say. One is thermoplastic and another is thermosetting plastic. Now what is the difference between both? Okay, in our daily life we see that we think that plastic is only one, but no. Plastic is also having two type of varieties, thermoplastic and another is thermosetting plastic. Now what is thermoplastic? Thermoplastic we we can say these are actually linear polymers or linear chains they are forming, or a very small branching they are having, a slight branch. So such type of plastic which is made up of linear or very slight branching are called thermoplastics. And thermosetting plastic? Thermosetting plastics are cross-linked, just like this. Okay, so such type of plastic is known as thermosetting plastic, and only one. If polymer unit we are taking of linear, then this is thermoplastic. So they are cross-linked. Now what is the second difference? These thermoplastic, they can deform on heating. If you heat it, okay, that means they are good conductor of heat. They easily deform, and when we cool, they become very hard. So this is their second property. But for thermosetting plastic, they do not soften on heating. That means they are not good conductor of heat and electricity. So they cannot soften on heating. Okay, even if you heat them, they will never become soft. But thermoplastic, if you heat them, they will become softened. Just like if you take a plastic mug and keep it near the fire, what will happen? It will soften. Okay, if you take a switch and keep it on the fire, okay, it will not soften. Your TV sets, okay, all the electronic appliances, that's why they are having so much heat. Okay, so this is the second property of, or we can say the difference between thermoplastic and thermosetting plastic. They are linear, slightly branched. These are cross-linked, okay, and they easily deform on heating and becomes hard on cooling, and they cannot soften on heating neither. So we can say that they are poor conductor of heat and electricity. And next is that these are reusable. That means we can mold them again and again and again. Okay, if you throw them in dustbin, what will happen? It can be collected and again it can be taken into the, means recycling is very easy. Okay, in the industries it can be recycled. So they can be easily molded again and again. Okay, and they can easily bend also. The toys you can take. Okay, you can bend them easily. But thermosetting plastic, they cannot be reused again. Once if you have molded them into one shape, okay, then you cannot mold it because they are not softening on heating, and they are poor conductor of heat and electricity, and they cannot be bent also. So this is the difference between both. Now the example. Thermoplastic, example of thermoplastic is polythene, polyvinyl chloride and polystyrene. These are the examples of thermoplastic. That means all the household items that we are using in our daily life, okay, which are easily molded, are made up of this polythene, vinyl chloride and polystyrene. And thermosetting plastic. Now thermosetting plastic example is bakelite and melamine. Now melamine, this melamine is actually the crockery, unbreakable crockery, that is made up of melamine. Okay, because thermosetting plastic is poor conductor of heat and electricity, so there is no effect of heat or electricity on these utensils or crockery that is made up of melamine. And similarly bakelite. Bakelite means all the electricity gadgets are made up of bakelite. So this is all about plastic, and now we will take the properties and uses. Now why plastics? Okay, this is last part of this plastics. Why we are using plastics? So to understand why plastic, we have to read two topics. Okay, first is its properties and second is uses. Because of its properties and because of its uses, we are using plastic in our daily life. Now coming to the properties. Okay, what are the properties of plastic? First thing we can say that the plastic is non-reactive. That means it never reacts neither with water nor with air. Okay, because we have seen that just like this iron containers, if you are keeping things in iron containers, what happens? They corrode when they comes in contact with water and air. But this plastic, they are non-corrosive, we can say. They don't react with water, with air. So this is the reason that we can store even chemicals, okay, even acids we can store in these containers. They don't even react with the acids also. And second property is that they are very lightweight, okay, so they don't have it. But if you take a same size of container that is made up of plastic and another one that is made up of iron, okay, so the weight of iron container will be very heavy, okay, and plastic container will be very light. So this is the second property, that these are very lightweighted and strong also, because they don't corrode. So they are very strong, they are durable. Once if you purchase them, they can be maintained for many years, okay, and they can be of different colors. You can get a variety of colors and different sizes, okay, small, big, large, extra large, and different shapes also. So this is the second important property of plastic. Now third is they are cheaper than metals. Metals are very expensive, because these metals we are getting from the minerals, okay, from earth crust we are getting them. So they are very expensive, but plastics we are making in the laboratory, okay, so they are cheaper. So these are cheaper. This is also the very important property. And the last thing that is very important, that these are poor conductors of heat and electricity. So we can easily use them for cooking purpose, we can easily use them for electricity purpose. So these are the properties of plastics. Now what are the uses? There are variety. The list is very long. Only few I have mentioned here. First important is in healthcare industries. You can see in hospitals, we can see all the syringes, the gloves that are worn by the doctors, nurses, staff boys, all the medical instruments, all the stitching thread, okay, if you get wounded, then what happens? You get some stitch in the operation, stitch is needed. So all this thread is made up of plastic. All the packaging of the tablets, this here we are using only plastic for this purpose. So this is first important use in health industries. Now second is plastic is also being used for the cookwares. One important use is Teflon, you must have heard, okay, non-stick. Why it is called non-stick? Because water and oil do not stick on it. So it can be easily used for cooking. If you need less amount of this fat, you can cook your food on Teflon or on non-stick. So this is the second, and there are variety of other plastic things that we can use in our kitchen. Okay, then fireproof plastic. Fireproof plastic means the fireman, when if somewhere suddenly catches fire, okay, fire brigade comes, and these firemen, they wear a special type of dress, and that dress is made up of melamine, and this melamine is bad conductor of heat and electricity. So when they wear this dress, they can easily get inside the fire and they don't catch fire. So this is the next important use of plastic, that fireproof firemen's dresses are made up of plastic. Okay, then is for transportation, because plastic is very lightweight, so we can use the containers for transportation also. Similarly for packaging, if you want to protect our goods because they are non-corrosive, so for packing materials we use plastic. Similarly to save fuels, okay, because it is very lightweight, so in this way what happens? It becomes very easy to transport the things from one place to another place, so fuel is also saved, and when the fuel is saved, that means harmful gases are released less in the atmosphere, okay, greenhouse gases that we call them. And in the electronic world, all the TV, all the phones, mobiles, okay, your laptop, your computer, everything is made up of these electronics world. So they have done a revolution in the electronic world. So this is all about plastic and their properties and their uses.